can a Catholic marry a non-Catholic? The term non-Catholic can mean a couple different things, and the difference matters. You could mean a baptized non-Catholic Christian, which in theory would be better than a non-baptized person, someone of a different faith entirely. Why would you do it though? You know, that's my question. Only God knows. What does the church say? Marriage is a sacred covenant. This is not poetic language. This is not a metaphor. Marriage is a sacrament. This is unlike the non-Catholic Christian view or theology or understanding or practice of marriage. However, regardless of whether the non-Catholic Christian assents to the sacramental view of marriage, your marriage can still be valid and even sacramental in the eyes of the Catholic Church, assuming you are both baptized and free to marry. If a Catholic marries a non-Catholic Christian, he or she must obtain the Church's permission. Why? That seems controlling. No, it's not. Because a Catholic is required to promise that any children born of this marriage will be raised Catholic, that they will, to the best of their ability, raise their kids Catholic. The non-Catholic Christian you're marrying is aware of this commitment that you must make, but they don't necessarily have to agree. They are under no obligation. You can already imagine the kinds of problems you may be headed toward. So while the differences of Christian confession are not insurmountable in marriage, they definitely will pose difficulties that must not be underestimated. Don't be naive. Difficulties like the tragedy of Christian disunity in the domestic church, the home, leading to sources of tension, especially when it comes to children. Hence, as far as I'm aware, the church discourages mixed marriages because they inevitably involve pain. Pain directly due to the tragedy of Christian disunity you both chose to open yourselves and your future children up to. Marriage is hard enough for the spouses. The world makes it hard. Our issues make it hard. Satan hates you. Why make it decidedly worse, not only for yourselves, but for your future children? So we know that this is a risk, okay? It's a risk to join yourself to someone for the rest of your life with whom you have significant differences in theology and therefore in your values. You're taking this risk. Why? Is it romance? Sexual attraction? Is it comfort? Is it convenience? What is the wager here? And how does it measure up with what is at risk? If the spouses aren't united in the most important area of life, or if they are indifferent to it, that is, one's relationship to God, how that's understood and lived out, this is the most important area of life. This can lead to confusion, to weak faith, to division, and even to lost faith on the part of the children or of the spouses, and a myriad of other things. So we can all acknowledge reasonably that it's a risk. So what are you risking for? Because the thing that you're risking is Christian unity and the faith of your future children. What are you putting that on the line for? I'm not saying it could never possibly work, but I think it's safe to say more often than it does work, it doesn't. So can Catholics marry non-Catholics? Can I regards possibility. May I regards permission. Should I regards, well, wisdom. You'll have to consider all three before making your decision. And it is your decision. This isn't a dictatorship. You have free will, and you have the information that you need to make a good decision. My decision, as a Catholic woman, should I choose to marry, would be to marry a Catholic. It would be to pursue a Catholic marriage. I do not want the inevitable pains of Christian disunity in my marriage, nor within the lives of my children. So in my opinion, if you are a Catholic Christian pursuing marriage, though you can and may enter a mixed marriage, you should pursue a Catholic marriage.